no contact, how are they feeling? That's what we're asking here today in this pick a card reading by Tarot by Cassy. Thank you so much if you are tuning in. If you wish to jump straight to the timestamps, you already know which card or cards you want to choose. You can find them in the description or in the comments section. I will also be listing all of the cards that I am using today in the comments section, just in case there are any decks that you like. We have 4 piles today, and we're reading with the Divine Circus, the traditional Waite deck, the Lightseers Tarot, and the Tarot Tattoo. And as this is an out of contact reading or low contact, so if you have someone that you care about but you guys are currently apart from one another, and that is not a long distance situation, that is you have broken up, you're not together, things aren't working out, and you are wondering what is happening with this person, what is going on with them, are they thinking of you, are they thinking of coming back to you, are they just thinking of themselves, what is this person doing, what is happening with them, and how are they feeling? So you can choose more than one pile. Please do remember that all of the readings are general, so take only what resonates, leave what doesn't for someone who needs it. You can certainly pick more than one pile, and if you're in a pile and you feel like it's really not resonating, it doesn't sound like you or your person, feel free to jump out and to go to another pile, or potentially a different reading, or even maybe a different reader. I have done something different today than what I usually do. I often don't read reversals, but using the Lightseers deck, it has the Lightseer and the Shadow Seer, and the Tattoo Tarot deck incorporates both positive and negatives into the card without it being reversed. However, what I've done is something I never do, and that's shuffle the Lightseers and the Tattoo Tarot as having reversals in them. So we will be reading reversals, and the reason why I've done that is because if you are out of contact with this person, obviously things aren't good at this point in time, and so I didn't want to just receive a bunch of wholly and solely positive messages, which would be lovely and might really help your heart right now, but it also likely not be very accurate if every single pile has every single person saying that they are very much in love, regretful, want to come back. Please accept me with open arms. So we're being very realistic in this reading. I won't label it a blunt AF. I don't think. I never know. But we will see. But in saying that, there may be some blunt messages. So I do just want to say my readings are never meant to trigger, never meant to upset you. If something is really hurting or causing you some sort of stress or strain, please turn the reading off. Go and find something nice to watch that will lift you up. Possibly a reading about why people love you, or why you are a good person, or what good things are coming in for you. But if you are ready to hear whatever the cards may say, and I have no idea what any of them will, because as I've mentioned a few times on this channel, I record my introductions before I actually record the piles. I just do it in sequence. So at this point in time, I'm as clueless as you are as to what any of the piles will say. But speaking of the piles, we have number 1, 40, Bright Baby. We have number 2, 15, White Duchess. We have number 3, 21, Red Countess. And we have number 4, 22, Guest of Honor. I will also make a little disclaimer that you may hear some weird noises in the background. I've got the door open so that I'm not locking Billy, the big bull Arab buffhead, out of the room. So sometimes he does come in and flap his giant bull Arab ears, or groan or sigh, or just make shuffly noises as he lays down behind me. So if you hear any weird noises in the background, that'll be him. Fingers crossed nobody happens to go past and we won't have him barking at the door, as he sometimes likes to do. But guys, I apologize for any background noise. I do my best to, make it as professional and as nice as I possibly can, but there are just some things that cannot be avoided. So guys, pause if you need to meditate any longer on the cards. Otherwise, I will see you in your pile. Hi there, my pile number 1. If you chose number 40, Bright Baby, then you are my pile number 1, and I will read a little bit from the book of this deck to find out a bit more about Bright Baby and what she represents. But before I do, I'm going to also grab some tarot from the Rider-Waite so that we can clarify a little bit as well. So we are here, pile number 1 today, asking no contact, how are they feeling? So someone that you are not speaking to at the moment. Interesting. 3 of Pentacles. Maybe you are speaking with them, but you're not managing to actually communicate, if that makes sense. Like, it could be that you are in low contact as well and maybe arguing with one another and not being able to see eye to eye. Page of Cups. Okay, it's not clarifying much yet, although what I do see here is someone wanting to work together and also having a gift of emotion to offer. Beautiful. Justice and fairness. Okay. So pile number 1, I'm going to read Bright Baby before I jump in and say too much and then potentially derail my own perception of what is happening over here. But so far we're seeing some good signs. So, simple truths will help you right now. Complexity is the mind at work, whereas the heart sees with astoundingly accurate simplicity. Don't worry about the details, the hows and the wheres and the whys. Those answers will come in time. For now, all you need to do is to get back to the basics of what is true. And for you, that means stepping into the light. Yeah, so pile number 1, I feel like this person is thinking about you. I definitely feel like this person is not happy with the relationship not being together and wants to go back to basics here. Start working on things from the beginning. This is an apprentice card, but you can see he's also showing off his work to these people here, or even it could be that he is showing his work and his plans to this person. I feel that they are all collaborating and working together, and your person very much wants to do that with you. They want to step back into the light of this relationship and try to start again from the beginnings. Again, even with this Page of Cups, and it's not the biggest gift in all of the cards that you could have received. It's a very small gift, this fish in a cup. It can also be in a message as well. This person wants to talk to you. They want to tell you something, but stepping into the light, I feel like they're very fearful. Maybe things have been, as I said before, very rough, very difficult. You guys are maybe in some sort of contact, but it's been a lot of arguing, misunderstandings, miscommunications, and this person wants to dial everything right back to start again, to start fresh, so that they can have justice, so that you can both have justice, so that the scales can be balanced and there will be fairness and the right decision will be made, and that you guys will actually come back together, but starting very much from scratch. So I don't know how long you have been with this person for, pile number 1, but it feels like they want a fresh new start, especially with bringing things into the light. And this fairness over here, they don't want to keep fighting with you. They don't want to keep going in circles and struggling to maintain a connection. They want to go back to the beginning. So maybe there's been a lot of arguments about who has done what or who hasn't done what. This person wants to stop all of that, and they want to work with you to create something better, but they definitely are thinking of you, pile number 1. This person is missing you, and they want the situation to change. All right, so now we'll go with the light seers. Interesting, the 9 of Wands, but reversed. And the 10 of Wands, but also reversed. And I would like to get a couple more from the light seers, please. Spirit, how does this person feel about my pile number 1? How are they feeling right now? What is going on for them? Okay, interesting. 2 of Pentacles, balance, and that shot out upright. Yeah, and especially here with the balance over with the Justice as well. I feel like they want things to be balanced. Maybe it's been very lopsided for a while. Maybe this is a relationship where there's a lot of power struggles and one person feels that they've got the power and then they're comfortable and then the other person takes it back. Okay, and all right, I'll take these 2 more. Yeah, wow, beautiful. Death and rebirth, again, upright. So wanting to start again. That's very much what I am getting from this pile. my pile number one from this person is that they want to start again. Yeah, and the Five of Wands. Battling, internal battles, confrontation, conflict, battles with other people, struggling. This person wants this struggling energy to end and they want to start again, begin from scratch, try to erase what has happened before and move on from it. Maybe not even erase it, but learn from it and move on from it rather than leave it hanging over your heads and continuing to go in circles and clash with one another over things that really don't need to hold you guys back. I feel like if this is obviously a situation where someone has been very abusive or very aggressive or in any way, shape or form behaved in a deal breaker kind of situation, well then obviously that is not something that you should be letting go and you should be moving on from this relationship. But I'm not seeing that. What I'm seeing is that there's been a lot of petty arguments. There has been a lot of tit for tat, a lot of frustration, and this person wants to move past that. They really do want to have a conversation with you where they're starting from scratch and where you guys are trying to get to know each other again from the beginning. I feel that they have a message for you, which is that they want to be a part of your life. They want to work with you. They want to work this out. So now I'll also just check what the Nine of Wands is when it is reversed. It's interesting because when it's upright, it's very much about staking your claim, being a bit territorial, digging your heels in. Nine of Wands reversed. The need to open up and trust people, holding on to old stories. Well, that's very funny because that's exactly what we've been talking about. The need to let go of old battles. Again, same thing, mirroring everything that we're saying over here. The need to follow through and finish what you started. Trapped by your own boundaries and giving up. Yeah, I get the sense, pile number one, that this person doesn't want to give up. They do feel trapped by their own boundaries, which is the arguments that have come before. They're holding on to the old, not being able to allow new to come in, and they're moving out of that now. They don't want to be stuck in this old energy, feeling as though they're still battling with you over things that have happened in the past. They want to let go of the old battles. And they do want to finish through and they do want to follow through and finish what they've started as well. It's someone who really, really cares about you, pile number one. And I do believe that they are struggling without you. They want to give you this message. They want to let you know that they want things to be fair. They want them to be fair for both of you, not just for them. And the Ten of Wands reversed, divided attentions, clinging to responsibilities, difficulty asking for help, the oppression of martyrdom, letting go of someone else's expectations of you, and a need to stand up for yourself. So, yeah, this could just very much have been going in circles for a really long time, and this person has maybe left you feeling confused, left you feeling in the dark. Maybe they have left you feeling like you've needed to stand up for yourself, and because of that, fights have broken out. Especially here, I'm jumping over to the Five of Wands, which talks about competition, conflict, ambition, challenge, being pushed by others to excel, brainstorming, mental jousting, adrenaline and aggression, surpassing limits, dynamic energy, and leveling up. And so, yeah, I feel that they did mention over here about some unrealistic expectations. Maybe both of you have had unrealistic expectations on each other and on what the relationship should be. And it's been very difficult to actually balance that and to create a situation that is fair and just for both of you. As I said, it sounds like there has been power struggles between you and a difficulty maintaining balance between the two of you so that you both feel comfortable, you both feel loved, you both feel as though you are meeting one another's expectations and the expectations of the relationship, and that it feels just, that it feels that it's not someone doing all of the work and somebody else just coasting along. So that could potentially either be you, that could potentially be them, but this person wants to level the playing field now. They would like things to be fair. They want to stop all of this battling. They want to let go of old wounds. And the Two of Pentacles, since we're here with the book, I may as well just read through all of the cards. But the Two of Pentacles is a need to balance many aspects of self, juggling obligations, equilibrium, and seeking harmony. Yeah, absolutely perfect. This person does not want this fight to continue, pile number one. They want to move on from this and they want a fresh start with you and a clean slate. And then very much here with death and rebirth, this is exactly what this is referring to. Cycles of transformation, rebirth, transition, change, new beliefs, newfound awareness, endings, a symbolic death, and an initiation process. Yeah, this person really, really wants a fresh start with you. The initiation process could even talk about starting to go on dates again, maybe going out for coffee or just even going for a walk somewhere. Reconnecting with you in ways that are very balanced and are symbolically new to you. So again, maybe not just come and hang out at my house and we'll talk, but actually let's go bowling. I feel that this person wants to change the dynamic that has been a part of this relationship, either from when it began or for a very long time. And they want a fresh start with you, pile number one. They do want to be with you. They've got a newfound awareness of maybe where they went wrong. Maybe they're able to understand where you were coming from a lot more now that they have had the time apart from you than what they could when you guys were actually together. I feel that they're starting to understand whatever it is that you have been upset about. They are starting to realize that whatever they've been upset about has not been worth holding on to. But they definitely want to start afresh with you, pile number one, and keep this relationship going. They want to follow through with it and see it out to the end, which I very much feel for them is that you are the one. They're not looking to anybody else. They are looking to you to be their person, and they want things to go back to a better place. Or if you've never been in a good place, they want things to begin in a good place and to continue on in a better, more self-aware, more balanced way of doing things and seeing things. And they are absolutely ready for the death of whatever relationship you guys had before and the rebirth into something so much more beautiful, something new, something wonderful. They very much have a lot of belief in this relationship and that something really positive can come out of it. And now with the Tattoo Tarot, very interesting because we have the Fool and it's the only one that's upright from this deck. We also have the Knave of Swords in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the King of Wands in reverse. So yeah, I get that this person right now is not feeling happy with where they're at. They want to take this fool's journey of leaping off into the new. They see you as being someone who is loyal, and their person, as symbolized by the loyal little dog here, with him ready to go on his journey. They see you as someone who they want to take on their journey with them and to be a part of your journey. But with all of these wands and the two court cards as well that are reversed, they're not feeling comfortable in where they're at in themselves without you. I feel like they really feel that they need you in their life to be the best self that they can be. Let's just see what these are when they are reversed. So the Knave of course, that's not the one I wanted. The Knave of Swords. The unknown, unseen, unexpected, stealth, cunning, outspoken sometimes at cost, but skillful at handling controversy. Yeah, so I feel like they are actually ready to have this conversation with you, even if they think that you're going to fire up at them and that the fights might start again. I feel that they are ready now to have this conversation, and they want to try to let you know that they don't want to go over old ground with you. They don't want to keep blaming. They don't want to be going back and forth as to who said what and he said, she said, and this didn't get done and that didn't happen. They want to move forward in a calm, balanced way with you, and they are very ready to have this conversation with you now. The Ace of Wands in reverse speaks to dramatic impact, release of energy, initiative, aiming high, and extremism. And so, yes, I feel that they are aiming high. I feel that they are aiming for this relationship to get back on track and for you guys to be one again. And they are really hoping that this conversation is going to go well. And in reverse, the King of Wands can be strict and harsh, severe measures and austerity. Yeah, so I feel that they are actually just really hoping that this conversation is going to go well, but they are definitely planning on having a conversation with you, my beautiful pile number ones. I might just grab one more or two more. Let's just see. Cards from the Divine Circus. Oracle, just to close this message out, but this is really, really good news. And so hopefully with that information, you're able to prepare yourself and start to let go of the past too. If you're still holding on to it, start to reassess what hurts really need holding on to, and hopefully let all of them go. Look to forgive, look to start fresh, but this person is really thinking about you, pile number one. You are definitely on their mind. What is happening for them is that they really want to be able to bring this relationship back into their life, but in a balanced, fair, comfortable way, and so that you guys are working together as a team to better yourselves. I feel that they possibly can be a brash person, and they're working on trying not to be that way when they do come to you. They want to be more gentle with their message. They want to come back and let you know that they want to be with you and they want you to feel safe with them. Beautiful. What a lovely way to finish off. Number 35, Circus of Love. I adore that. Let me get the book for this one. Yeah, this person feels very, very strongly for you. Pile number one. They want you back. They don't want to be in separation. They would like to start moving forward. Love in all of its forms is the ultimate prize in the game of life, but you've got to be in it to win it. Forget excuses and open your heart to love, to life, to luck, to laughter, for the circus of love is rolling into your soul town, and it's time for you to be swept off your feet. Perfect. What a beautiful way to finish. So this person really does. They want to sweep you off their feet, off your feet. They want to declare how they feel to you. They want to start again fresh from the beginning, and I feel like this is a message for you that you need to be open to allowing it in. If you are sitting here angry at this person, frustrated, disappointed, focusing on the negatives, well, then there is no way for any of this to come true and for any of this to work out in any way, shape, or form. But if you are open to forgiving them, to letting go of past slights and hurts, to just starting again and working together and doing it slowly from the ground up and in a very balanced and fair sort of way, then my pile number ones, I really do believe that you could have a beautiful relationship, a really happy future. This gift of love, however small it may be, it is a beginning, and it's a new beginning, and you can move forward into a beautiful rebirth and a much more balanced, much more calm and comforting relationship than what you have previously experienced. So pile number one, that is all that I have for you today. Please like if it resonates, comment if you want to let me know how it resonated. Thank you so much if you're watching this and you have commented. I can't tell you how much it means to me to connect with the people that are watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much if you have. I really appreciate you. And I might see you in another pile, or I might see you in another reading. Hello there, my pile number two. If you chose number 15, the White Duchess, then you are my pile number two. Welcome to your reading. So we'll be getting some information from the book Here Comes Billy. You guys are the ones that are going to be the first off the bat to hear all of his background noises, as mentioned in the intro. We're going to grab some, there we go, there's the ear flaps. Hello, Billy. We're going to get some Waite tarot for you. I'm sorry about the distractions, guys. To help clarify what this White Duchess card means, and we're asking Spirit, no contact, how are they feeling? So this person that you care about, that you are not in contact with, or maybe just in very low contact with, how are they feeling about my pile number two? Interesting. Ace of Wands and the Six of Swords. And just one more, please, Spirit. So they're moving away from a situation. That's something that is definitely clear with the Six of Swords. They are moving away and are wanting to leave the negativity and the drama behind, but they also do have their family with them. So I feel that this person is moving away from the relationship as it was, but they are wanting to move with you towards something better. Beautiful. And Justice. You might find pile number one resonated with you. If you do, my gorgeous pile number two, pop over there and have a little look, because this card was in there as well, and this feels like a similar theme. We have inspired action here with the Ace of Wands, new thought forms, new ways of doing things, looking to the future, a bright spark of inspiration. And then here, as I said, with the Six of Swords, we have this moving away from a situation, moving to calmer waters, but he does have his family with him. He's not going on this journey by himself. He is taking his family, and you can see she's wrapped up tight. She looks like she has really been through a lot, and he is wanting to look out for her and take care of her. He's literally has her back. He is in the back of the boat. He is rowing, he is steering, he is taking them to calmer waters. And then with justice as well, we have fairness and things being balanced, things being worked out so that there is fairness in this situation. And then I'm going to read from the book for the Waite Duchess to find out what she is telling us about how this person is feeling. Don't look to what has been to find your destiny. Your future is bright and blessed. Yes, this is perfect. If the pain of the past feels a little too close for comfort, Waite Duchess steps in to help you leave behind the emotional storms of your past and move into her protection. A time of transition is upon you, and soon your feet shall settle upon sacred ground, and calm shall prevail inside and out. Yeah, perfect, pile number 2. So very much this is very, very similar to pile number 1. Different cards, but a very similar feeling. This person wants to leave whatever nastiness that there has been, whatever negatives, whatever the relationship has come through. They want to leave that behind. They want to have this new burst of inspiration of a new way of doing things, new ideas, new ways of looking at things, and they want to move all of you out of whatever has happened into the past and into a position that is much more calm, much more favorable for everybody, that's fair and balanced. This person cares a lot about you, pile number 2, and they are thinking about you, and they do want you to be in their life, but they want things to be different from how they have been before. So now we'll grab some cards from the Lightseers deck. As I said in the intro, I will be using reversals in this deck. Beautiful. Knight of Wands upright. Love that. Look at all the joy on her face, and the horse in the background here that's galloping along happily. This person wants a fresh start with you, pile number 2. They don't want to keep fighting. That came out sideways, so I am actually going to make the decision. I'm taking this upright. Number 5, the Hierophant. And again, look at the joy on his face. Look at this staircase leading up to somewhere so much better, leading up to the light and this beautiful mandala that's around it. This person is so joyous, and they feel that they can be that around you, but they want to let whatever has happened go so that you guys can get back to this joy. And I love that this is very binary, and also I don't know what the word would be for it, but yeah, probably very gendered. So please don't take offense if any of you are LGBTQIA+. It's just, I noticed the 2 people here. It feels like a couple, like the balance of divinity of the feminine and the masculine, and both are absolutely joyous. It just feels like it links to me to the scales over here, where this person feels that you have the ability to bring out the best in both of their sides. The divine masculine, the being the protector, the provider, the doing the masculine things, I suppose. And they also feel that you help them to feel vulnerable and to feel open and to feel joyous and to be able to show that to the world. So they really want to move away from where things have been so that you can start moving into a place that's a lot better. They can see a better future for you, beautiful pile number 2. They feel very strongly that you guys do have a lot of joy still left to be had in this relationship, and that things can be a lot better, but maybe it's you who needs to. Here we go, King of Pentacles. So again, that came out sideways, so I'm taking it as upright. Yeah, this person knows that you make them feel like a king, and they haven't been feeling that way up until this point, and maybe that's because of something that they've been going through. Maybe that's something that you have been putting them through. That's something that you'll need to examine, that only you will know. Very, very interesting, because now we had these 2 shoot out, the 2 of Pentacles reversed and the 4 of Wands reversed. Sorry, I should show you upright as well. but they have both come out reversed, right as I was saying about how you make this person feel. So we will look at the book, get a bit more information for what's going on over here, but this person wants to feel like a king again. They want to feel the way that they felt when they were with you at the beginning, and they want to move away from whatever tough times you guys have been experiencing so that they can move into things that are better, because they definitely believe that there is better for you out there for the pair of you, and that this relationship can actually be something really solid, and that they are wanting to continue on with you, my pile number 2. They definitely want to keep this relationship going, but they want it to turn a new page and to feel more fair, to feel more balanced. So the Knight of Wands upright, charisma, passion, spontaneity, pursuing your dreams, fast energy, enthusiasm, courage, taking inspired action, and the pursuit of adventure. Yeah, they want to be a part of your journey. Like I said earlier, they want to be part of your journey, and they want you to be part of their journey. And even with the inspired action, which is also what the Ace of Wands talks about, they are gearing up to talk to you, I feel, my pile number 2. Or maybe you might make the first move and take the pressure off and reach out to them, and in which case, if you did, I feel that the response would be very favorable. They would be willing to reach out back to you and to start a conversation. The Hierophant, tradition, a lesson, spiritual leader or guide, enlightenment, awakening, in service of spirit, formal education or training, and new paradigms. I love the new paradigms. I feel that this person has spent time working on themselves and working through a lot of hurt and a lot of pain that this relationship may have caused, or whatever reason it was that has come about for you guys that has caused you to be out of contact with one another in the first place. But they have been working on balancing themselves and bringing in new light, finding new inspiration, again here with the Ace of Wands as well, and following their heart, following their intuition, and it is leading them back to you. They want to be with you, and they want things to be better than they were before. They don't want to be going over the same old ground. They're ready to let the past go and to just move on in a fair and just fashion for the both of you. And the Knight of... Nope, you're not the Knight of Pentacles. You're the King of Pentacles. Here we go. Overflowing material abundance, patience and determination, a confident and warm leader, providing for others, comfort and security, personal growth, goals reached, prosperity and success. Yeah, and I did mention over here about this gentleman being a provider. I feel that this person, maybe he has only been able to see himself as a provider, and I say himself, but it could be themselves, could be herself. They've only been able to see themselves as a provider in a material sense, but now they're starting to understand how they provide comfort to you, how they provide safety to you, and that they want to step up and keep doing that for you. They want to give you a feeling of security and comfort. They want you to know that you are safe with them, and whatever has gone before, they are allowing that to just be let go of, move on from it, and learning new lessons as well. That was in here too. Learning about yourself, awakening. I feel that this person is able to see where they have gone wrong, and they possibly do have an apology for you. But if they don't, they definitely want to do things differently this time round. They are still very much hung up on you, my beautiful pile number 2, and they are trying to figure out how they can move forward. All these Ace of Wands energy, they are running through ideas in their head of how they can move you guys out of where you have been at and into something that is going to be much happier, much more joyous, and far more balanced, because now we have the Two of Pentacles reversed, being out of balance, disharmony, committing to too many things, and need to prioritize and time to slow down. Yeah, I feel like if maybe they were just so productive that they were constantly working, and that's what fell apart in the relationship. Maybe it wasn't necessarily a bad relationship so much as one that you didn't feel like you were in, because they were constantly working and they were focused on providing, but they weren't thinking about providing love, nurturing, comfort. They were only thinking about providing for the physical, and that has been out of balance. And now that you're not in their life, they are realizing that actually they want more than just monetary gain and material things. They want to make sure that you are comfortable in all aspects of your life and your relationship with them, and the focus has been on opening up to their more vulnerable side rather than focusing just on being in the masculine and providing and going off to work. I feel that they want to start balancing things out for themselves and for you, number 2. And then the Four of Wands in reverse is forgetting the importance of the simple things, just what we've been talking about, getting caught up in drama, lack of harmony, and feeling disconnected, which is what this one said as well. So yeah, I feel like without you, pile number 2, this person is feeling very disjointed, very out of balance, very out of harmony with themselves, and they know that they need you to rebalance and recenter themselves, and they're realizing, beautiful, the sun, they are realizing that you are the sun to them. Pile number 2, they are realizing that you bring meaning into their life that is beyond just going to work and creating material wealth and abundance. They realize the joy that you have brought in. This beautiful, passionate person over here is how they see you. They see you as joy. They see you as love. We even have on this particular sun, I just noticed the little couple here, which is not something that's on the Rider deck sun card. So yeah, I definitely feel like this person, pile number 2, is feeling very bereft without you, and they want to turn things around. 7 of Coins in reverse, interesting. We will check with the book as to what the reversals mean. And Judgment in reverse, also very interesting. Will I go for one more, Spirit? I think I will. That's too many. I will take you. Okay, and the Knight of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I feel that they are feeling very out of balance without you, pile number 2. This person is struggling. They want to get in touch. They want to get things back together. They want to be on an even footing with you. They feel that you are the sun to them, and without you, they are all out of whack and nothing is balanced or in harmony. The 7 of Coins usually talks about building things up over time, putting in the work to build something that is long-lasting. So in reverse, anxiety on a learning curve, anxiety around money, potential for improved status or work promotion. Yeah, so I feel like this person, there are things that they could be focusing on with work. There are opportunities that are abounding for them and things that they could be putting their hand up for, except they are not, because they want to have more time with you, have more focus for who you are. So this could also be, it doesn't necessarily have to be around work. It could be a partner who used to just spend all of their time with friends to the point that you're like, well, I never see you, so what's the point? Or spending all of their time out and partying and not being around for you. Whatever it is that has taken this person away from you and caused this no contact or low contact situation, this person wants to change it. They want to do things differently. We have Judgment reversed, which, interestingly, this one, some of the words all mix in together, so I'm just going to read the whole thing. Rebirth, renewal. So again, interesting. As I said, don't let me sway you, but if pile number 1 calls to you at all, it does have a very similar theme to this reading. Awakening of the dead, rejuvenation, result, judgment, sentence, resurrection, call to new life, often from the ashes of the old, rehabilitation, creation, and promotion. Yeah, this person really wants to rehabilitate this relationship. Pile number 2, they want another chance to be able to show you a different side of themselves, to give you more time, to honor you much more carefully than what they have before, so that you know that you are loved, that you are safe, you are taken care of in ways that are more than just getting the bills paid and keeping a roof over your head. And the Knight of Cups, there is, in terms of the negatives, it being in reverse, cunning, artifice, and fraud. But then when I'm looking at it upright as well, and I can't help it, I didn't do this with the other pile, but I'm feeling it for you. Advancing, arriving, coming on board, reception, reconciliation, proposition, invitation, financial opportunity or windfall, often through a visitor, imagination, vision, and passion, because I feel like this very much ties in with the Ace of Wands over here. I very much feel that this person is starting to let go of whatever hold they had, or whatever hold material abundance has had over them. And that's not to say that they've lost all of their ambition. I still believe they are very ambitious. They still enjoy their work. They still want to be able to create and bring about abundance, but that's no longer their focus. They want to be with you, pile number 2, and they want to be in a better position with you than what they have been before, and they can very much see a clear path to it. They're starting to be more inspired about how they can actually connect with you, how they can grow and change in their own self. They're listening to their guidance, they're following their heart, and they are starting to trust much more in their intuition, and it's leading them back to you as the sun of their life. So we'll grab another couple of cards now from the Divine Circus, or a card. I think we'll take one card just to close this reading out. But pile number 2, this has been really, really beautiful. This person wants to get back to you. They want to start again. They want a fresh chance. Beautiful. Number 26, cherry on top. I don't know what that means, but I don't feel like it can possibly be bad. Cherry on top. Obviously, we pretty much all know that expression. It is the icing on the top of the cake. It is the thing that makes everything perfect. It is the extra blessing that you were not expecting to receive. So you are so close to success, to the final attainment, to all of your efforts coming together perfectly. All that remains for you to do now is one final step, one last choice, commitment, attitude, or action, and your success will be complete and sweet. Sweeter than an ice cream sundae with a cherry on top. Yeah, so this very much, this one last choice, commitment, attitude, or action. I really feel that this person has been doing a lot of self-reflection while they've been apart from you, pile number 2. They have felt out of balance. They have felt out of sorts. They have realized that financial abundance is not going to keep them warm at night, or hanging out with friends, partying, doing whatever it is that has taken them away from you. That's something that they have started to grow and move out of. They have judged their own actions and deemed them to be coming up short, and they want things to be fair and balanced and to take you away to a better place, to come to you with a completely different attitude, wanting to wipe the slate clean, leave whatever has happened in the past, and make an offer to you of a renewed connection that will feel more balanced, that will feel more beautiful, and that to you will very much feel like the cherry on top. So pile number 2, I hope that resonated. If it did, please hit the like button. Comment if you want to let me know how it did resonate. Thank you so much if you're watching this and you have commented. I absolutely love connecting with you guys. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so, so much if you have, and I might see you in another pile, or I might see you in another reading. Hello there, my pile number 3. If you chose this card, number 21, the Red Countess, then you are my pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. If you hear a little bit of shuffling or some noises in the background, that's just Billy. I think he's heading off to the lounge room, so that's good. Hopefully nothing out there will make him bark, but I do apologize for any background noises. So guys, let's get into your reading. I'm going to read from the book to get some more information for this beautiful Red Countess with her, I think they're hummingbirds. But first, before I do, I'm going to go with the Rider-Waite Tarot to get us a little bit more clarification around what the Red Countess means, and to ask this person that you are in no contact with. First pile to get a shuffle onto the ground. Congratulations to you, pile number 3. It's always someone. Today it's you. The Page of Wands. Very interesting. Okay, so yeah, we're getting some more cards from this deck to clarify what the Red Countess means, and asking Spirit, this person in no contact, how are they feeling? What is happening for them? Okay, interesting. The 5 of Cups. Feeling sorrow for what you have lost. And the 4 of Cups, not paying attention to what is being offered to you. Okay. Very, very interesting, pile number 3. I'm going to actually even get just a couple more to clarify. I only got 3 cards for the other 2 piles, but this one, it seems, I don't know what the Red Countess says yet, so I can't say definitively, but it feels like this person is only looking at what's been lost in this relationship and not what is on offer for them. And we have the Knight of Swords, which is usually rushing in with some sort of message or some sort of action that needs to be taken. But with this Page of Wands, he's very still and taking his time and not really rushing forward into this situation at all. So I feel like this person wants to rush in, but something is holding them back, and they're not able to see these 2 cups that they have upright over here. nor the 3 that they've got over here. They couldn't care less about them, and they're paying no attention to the one that's being offered to them. So pile number 3, maybe you have tried to make amends with this person. Very interesting. Page of Cups. And you have given them some sort of offer. You have given them a message to let them know that you care and that you are still interested in them. Maybe they also want to be able to start something new with you, but what they are feeling is that they're not seeing what is on offer at the moment. Maybe they, this one's got me a little bit stumped. Pile number 3. Let me actually go with the Divine Circus first, and we'll see what the Red Countess has to tell us and how much she might be able to, she might clarify the tarot instead of the tarot clarifying her. Red Countess. Deep within, you know what is true and what to do or not to do, and that feels a little bit like sort of debating whether or not to do things slowly, take their time, approach you with caution, or whether to just fly in and let you know exactly how they're feeling about whatever situation is going on here. Yet there is so much noise and distraction in the world, and even at times in our own minds, that listening for our inner wisdom can seem like trying to hear gentle birdsong in the midst of a rock concert. Even so, you are hearing an inner truth deep down, and deep down you know it. Can you trust that it is safe to not only hear your inner voice, but to act on it too? Yeah, okay, so pile number 3, I feel that this person still wants this to be a relationship, but they are very much struggling to let go of what has already been, to let go of the negative, to trust that there is actually positive here, to trust anything that you have been reaching out to offer them, to be able to give you some sort of message or sign. And maybe they have been giving you messages and signs, and maybe it feels like at one moment they're saying to you that they really care about you and they want to be back together and they seem very gung-ho, and then the next time you speak to them they give you barely anything, or they reject any advances that you make towards them, or when you have a conversation they're only focused on whatever negative has taken place and are not able to see the positive in the situation or the gift that you are giving them in reaching out to try to talk and turn things around. I haven't looked at the tarot, the Rider-Waite tarot book through the other readings, but again, your one is throwing me for a bit of a loop, so I am looking for some more information as to what your person is feeling and what is happening for them. So they feel all over the shop, pile number 3. This doesn't feel very balanced at all. The last 2 readings very much did, and it felt as though there had been a big shift in the energy of the people, whereas this still feels very fresh, very new. Maybe you have only just recently come out of contact with this person. Maybe it has really been quite a stressful and bleak time up until this point that you are in no contact or low contact. And this person may just feel like they are not even making sense to you at all. So the Page of Wands, in a scene similar to the former, a young man stands in the act of proclamation. He is unknown but faithful, and his tidings are strange. Okay, yeah, that really backs up what I'm thinking here. This person probably feels to you like they're all over the shop, pile number 3, and that they are making no sense to you at all at this point in time, and that would be why you would be in this reading trying to work out what it is that they're feeling. In divinatory meanings, it means departure. No, hang on, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. Dark young man, faithful, a lover, an envoy, a postman. Beside a man, he will bear favourable testimony concerning him. He is a dangerous rival if followed by the Page of Cups, which is not, but he's followed by the 5 of Cups, which is trying to walk away from something and not being able to let it go. Has the chief qualities of his suit. So there's definitely fire and passion there. They are the chief qualities of this suit. Inspiration, passion, inspired movement, moving forward. But over here we have got the 5 of Cups where he is not able to let go of what feels lost and he cannot see what he still has. And that is very much the same here with the 4 of Cups. He is not able to see what is on offer. And so I feel like you are not getting a fair shake of things. If you're trying to reach out, it's not working out in your favor and you are probably feeling that you need to step back. And then with the Knight of Swords, skill, bravery, capacity, defense, address, enmity, wrath, war, destruction, opposition, resistance, and ruin. Yes, and I feel that very much when you look at his face. He is charging forward. He is not happy. He is very, very determined. The horse even looks frightened. In all honesty, I feel that this person is coming on hot and cold and very, very strong and then disappearing. It could be that they suddenly pop up and then all of a sudden you're being ghosted and you are just left to try to make sense of what is happening in this situation, and it is making no sense to you whatsoever. Which again would make sense as to why you are in this reading. And I would say that this person doesn't know if they're Arthur or Martha, coming or going, and are all over the place in themselves. I do believe they care about you. I do believe that they want something with you. But I think that they are too stuck in what's happened in the past and feeling sorry for themselves and feeling negative about situations that they are not giving you a fair shake, and they are running hot and cold and leaving you absolutely bewildered and wondering what is happening. And the Page of Cups, fair young man, one impelled to render service and with whom the querent will be connected. So the querent is you and you are connected with this person. A studious youth, news, message, application, reflection, meditation, also these things directed to business. So yeah, I feel that this person has been doing a lot of thinking about you. Absolutely. They have been reflecting on the relationship. They've been meditating, so to speak, on what it is that has gone wrong, but I don't think that they have been meditating on what it is that they need to do to make things go right, pile number 3. So I feel that this person is very difficult to deal with. They're very emotional. They are very up in arms at the moment, and they are not seeing what you are offering them. They are not seeing what is still salvageable from this relationship. They are focused only on what has been lost, and they are coming at you from all different directions in all different ways. So maybe one day you don't hear anything from them at all, even if you have reached out, and another day maybe they give you an offer of catching up or opening the conversation up, and then maybe they come flying in and it's just too forceful and over the top, and that could be out of anger of what has happened before. It could be with new ideas for what they would like to happen, but you are feeling very, very confused as to where this person stands. And I feel that this person does know the truth of the situation. They do know how they feel about you deep down. And I think that deep down they do really care about you, but they don't know how to show it because they are too stuck in the past and they have too many aggravations and they are just too gung-ho in their own belief about what has happened in this relationship that they aren't taking your feelings into account, and it is creating more drama than what you were already experiencing. So we'll ask the Lightseers deck now for some more clarification around what this person is feeling. This person that you're in no or low contact with. Whoops, okay. I shuffled onto the floor before, didn't I, for you? For you, pile number 3, didn't I? Now I've just done it again. So again, that always tells me too, when I start shuffling onto the floor by accident, it tells me things are not running smoothly. They're out of whack, they're out of balance, they are not comfortable. We have the Hanged Man, which that is upright, but it has come out in reverse. Interesting. So it could be that this person's unable to see things from any different perspective, which is very much how I feel with these 2 cards here. And they're not willing to sacrifice something for this relationship. Maybe they're not willing to sacrifice their own ego. Maybe they're not willing to sacrifice in the way of providing forgiveness for whatever has gone wrong before and just wanting to move forward, wanting to forget about the past and just create a better future. Spirit, can I please have some more information on what this person is feeling for my pile number 3? Okay, caught those 2 with my legs. Yeah, this is a very chaotic, hectic pile, my gorgeous pile number 3s. We have the Knight of Swords. That's upright, but it is in reverse. And again, we have the 8 of Cups, which is all about walking away as well, but also in reverse, which could mean that this person is very much struggling to walk away from this relationship. I feel like they're at the point that they no longer think there is a relationship to still be had, but they are, hang on, I want to put these ones up here. they are unwilling to walk away from it just yet, even though they know that it's probably in their best interests. I feel like they know that it's in your best interests. And maybe every time it feels like they have walked away, like I said, maybe they've ghosted you and then suddenly they just come back. It feels like every time they've made a decision to walk away, they have come running back at the 11th hour. And I just feel like this person has you feeling like a bit of a yo-yo, up and down. You really don't know where they're at. And the reason that is pile number 3 is because they don't know where they're at. They don't know how they're feeling. They just know that they are struggling to walk away from you. And I don't even know that they realize how much detriment they could be bringing to you right now with this unbalanced backwards forwards behavior that's not allowing for you to just grieve and move on, pile number 3. So personally, this feels very much like you might need to make that decision. You might need to just cut the cord, cut the contact. Wow, 5 of Cups again, doubled up, but again, this time in reverse. And I want just one more, please, Spirit, from this deck. So yeah, this whole deck, and I split the deck and shuffled half in reverse and half upright. So the whole deck isn't in reverse, but unfortunately everything you're getting is, which speaks, here we go again, the 9 of Swords in reverse. Speaks very much to blockages that you are experiencing. So this, well, in this case, that this person is experiencing, but I feel like it's actually blocking you and stopping you from moving forward, my beautiful pile number 3, and that this person is just really messing you around, not giving you a clear answer, keeping you on the hook, refusing to see what you are actually offering to them and the good grace and kindness that you are affording them by even still being in a conversation with them. So with the Hangman reversed, stagnation, self-sabotage, holding on to something that isn't meant for you, which is these cards here very much, stubbornness, and a tendency to be a martyr. So again, yes, maybe this person is coming in and lecturing you on why the relationship went wrong, or they are refusing to have contact with you because they are martyring themselves in how they have been in this relationship. But they are not taking you into account at all, my beautiful pile number 3. This person is really treating you quite badly and does not deserve, in my humble opinion, really any of your time. I feel like they are all over the shop. They do not know what they are doing. And that's not a case of, I noticed in pile number 2 and even pile number 1, it felt that this person was very out of balance without you in their life. But I feel that you being in their life is not going to balance this person out any more than they already are. They have got a lot of lessons that they need to learn for themselves, and keeping you close by is only to your detriment. It's only dragging you down and leaving you feeling lost and confused and confounded. There is nothing here that shows me at all that they are growing as a person in your absence, or that they are learning to be better, or that they are going to come back changed. I feel that this probably broke up in the first place because they were extremely chaotic. They weren't there for you as a partner. They weren't making you feel as though they had your back and that you were protected and safe with them. I feel like this has always been a very tumultuous relationship and nothing has changed in your absence. The Knight of Swords in reverse, unfocused and scattered energy. So all the things I'm saying. Impatience, acting too quickly. We've got this guy over here. That makes me very much think of this card. The need for a logical solution. Feeling held back by frustrating circumstances. And again, I feel like this is feeling held back by things that have already happened and stuff that has been, that you guys have been through, that you have, well, I want to say already dealt with, but I'm seeing that this person has not dealt with these things that have happened in the past. They have not been able to move on from them. Stalling, being hard-edged and emotionally unavailable, and unpredictability. And the unpredictability is absolutely the overarching theme of this whole reading. This person feels very unpredictable and like you don't know what you are going to get from them at any given time. Maybe you are talking to one another and things are going well, and then suddenly someone mentions something that brings back a memory of the past and things blow up and then things shut down again. The 8 of Cups in reverse, walking away and then regretting your choice. So again, with this circling of wanting to come forward, wanting to give you a message, feeling as though they can't let go of what's happened, holding back, ghosting you, and then charging in all of a sudden to see if they can right things again. Feeling stuck in your current reality, fears that block your momentum, escapism, and avoidance. And I do feel that this person isn't moving on from you because it's giving them some sort of payoff in order to stay stuck. It's keeping you on the hook. They're not willing to let go of you just yet. They're not willing to walk away from this, but they're also not willing to do anything better, to change things, to find new paradigms of existing, different ways for the relationship to work better and function on a more healthy, fair level. And then with the Five of Cups reversed here, not letting go of past trauma, crying over spilt milk, rooting deeply into shadow work without healing and letting go, everything I've just said, old stories that become a part of you, callousness, and becoming jaded. Yes, and I do feel that this person is jaded thinking about this relationship, but again, is refusing to let go. And I think that some of that is callousness. I think they feel very stuck and they want for you to be stuck with them. I feel like they're not ready to let you go because then they would be by themselves and they would have to face themselves. And I feel that that is a very difficult thing for them to do. That's very hard for them to look at themselves in a realistic light and see where they have gone wrong and where they have created some of the trauma. It takes two to tango, definitely, but I think that they are martyring themselves. And maybe they keep coming back to you and saying, but you did this and you did that. And I can't see past this thing that you did because it hurt me so much. And so now they have become a victim in their own story. And there is very little chance for anything positive to progress through this. And then the Nine of Swords in reverse is paranoia, deeply anchored fears, inability to think clearly, inner turmoil, negative self-talk affecting self-esteem, and an opportunity to actively begin the healing journey. So yeah, I feel like there is an opportunity here for this person to start healing from this relationship, and whether that's to come back together with you or to spend some time on their own or to find someone new, there is definitely the opportunity for that to happen, but this person isn't taking it. They are refusing to see what is on offer. They are refusing to see the lessons that could be learnt through this situation. And they are refusing to move forward in a way that will allow you the freedom to be yourself, to focus on yourself, to figure out what you need to do, and then for the pair of you to either come back together far more healed than what you are now, or to go your separate ways and try for something new with other people. So they are keeping you very, very stuck. Pile number 3, that is what I am really getting from this pile, is how this person is feeling is just all over the shop. I feel that they feel very lost without you, but they don't know how to treat you when they do have you in their life. Knave of Wands, and I've done the same thing with these cards, split them and reverse them. And the Star, also in reverse. So yeah, this whole, aside from these ones, which I shuffled upright because I didn't want to read reversals from those ones, all the rest have come out in reverse. This is very, very stuck energy, pile number 3, and not someone that I would suggest spending too much more time or energy on. I would be cutting this person off and just moving on with my life, because I don't think they're going to come around to a way of understanding where you're coming from, where the relationship could have gone differently. I just want a couple more cards, please, Spirit, for my pile number 3. Yeah, again, all High Priestess in reverse. Let me even just spin the deck around just to see. I just want one more card, please, Spirit. How is this person feeling about my pile number 3 and the situation at hand? Okay, that did help. Four of Wands. Four of Wands also speaks about needing a rest, needing time away from something, needing to walk away from a situation. So we'll read from the book. And I realize that this is not really a deck that has reversals in it. Honestly, it just has a mix of all of the words, so I'm just going to read the whole thing. Knave of Wands. News and announcements, messages arriving, courageous, dark youth, loyal friend, decent character, a person to be trusted, inherited intelligence and skills, but then, yeah, here are the negative keywords, which are typically what it is when the card is reversed. Instability, reluctance, indecision, or rash choices. So again, here with the rash choices and the Knight of Sword flying in. Indecision, not being able to see what's in front of you. Indecision in not being able to walk away, wanting to hang on to this but not actually moving forward with it in a healthy way. I feel like this person is very unbalanced and they are feeling very stuck and they are taking it out on you and not allowing you to move forward so that you can just be free of this relationship and you guys can just both go your separate ways. I feel that this person is keeping you very stuck and this is more so a low contact than no contact situation. And interestingly, for the star, when it's reversed, we do have, when it's upright, hope, bright promise, faith, recovery, gifts, symbol of immortality, light of the spirit, light at the tunnel's end, good prospects, new dawn coming. But when it's in reverse, frustrated expectation. So again, I feel like this person comes rushing in with an expectation of an apology from you, or for you to tell them what it is that they want to hear, and that expectation is not being met. And that is likely because you're not in the wrong, and so you're refusing to apologize for something that you didn't do, or you are not in agreement with this person's perception of how the events actually went. And so each time they are racing in to try to get this from you, you're not giving it to them, and it's leaving them feeling frustrated and their expectations are not being met. The High Priestess in reverse again talks about pride, egotistical, surface knowledge, emotional instability, and unforgiving. And I see that again up here. And also with the emotional instability, that's come up quite a bit. There's no balance with this person. And the Four of Wands upright, peace and rest, holiday, celebration, job well done, happy home life, joyful outcome, all waiting for a conclusion, harmony, beauty, love is in the air. So I feel like this person does genuinely care about you, pile number 3. It's not that they don't love you or that they don't care about you. It's that within their own selves, they are very, very unstable and they are not at a level of maturity that they are able to let go of whatever has gone before and to handle a relationship of the magnitude that you are hoping for, or that what was before this has broken down. I'm just going to get one more card from the Divine Circus to close this reading out. But pile number 3, I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. As I said, all the readings can't be positive, or otherwise we would not be out of contact with these people in the first place. But I do feel like it's time for you to let this person go. Here we go. Beautiful. Number 28, Sacred Fool. Looking very, very sad. I feel like it's time for you to step up to make the best decision for yourself, so that you're no longer hanging on to this person, because right now, this is not to say it's forever. You walking away from them could actually be the catalyst for them to take a long, hard look at themselves and grow up, and maybe things will come together at a later stage. But right now, my advice would be to just cut them adrift and focus on yourself. This person is too all over the shop for this to be a harmonious relationship, even if you were to come back together. And with the Sacred Fool, number 28, imagine a life free from concern about the opinions of other people. A life where you feel brave enough, this is so perfect, free enough, trusting enough to play the fool, to make a choice, even if it seems illogical, unreasonable, daring, or downright foolish. Cast aside sensible options and poker faces. The Sacred Fool invites you to live unafraid, to take a risk, and to step away from the confines of what seems sensible and logical in life. So yeah, maybe you have spent a lot of time with this person. It's a long-term relationship, or you've poured a lot of energy into it, and it feels like the logical thing to do is to try to save this relationship, or this person's still in touch with you and they're hurting. So the logical thing for you to do is to try to make them feel better and remove that hurt. But right now, you need to do what is best for you, pile number 3. And as I see it in these cards, what is best for you is to step away, go find some fun, catch up with your community, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your any friends, and just enjoy yourself and allow this person to just work themselves out, because they're not going to be able to do that whilst they're still in contact with you. They're just carrying on too much of the past into their present and their future, and they're not in a position to see where they can change that right now. So pile number 3, I think break free, go and enjoy yourself, live your life, and whatever is supposed to happen here, if this person is meant to rise up and be a better person and be in a relationship with you, that will happen, but it needs to happen without your influence. So I hope that's helped, pile number 3. If it resonated, please do hit the like button. Comment if you want to share how it did resonate. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much if you have. And also thank you to the people that have commented. If you are here listening to this reading, I appreciate you. I will see you in another pile, or I will see you in another reading. Hello there, my gorgeous pile number 4. If you chose number 22, Guest of Honor, then you are my pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. We will read from the book to get some more information about this beautiful lady before we go too far. But before I do that, I will be pulling some cards from the Waite tarot deck just to clarify this message a little more. So pile number 4, asking Spirit for pile number 4, no contact, how are they feeling? How is this person feeling about my pile number 4, or about themselves, or just in general? So you may be in no contact or low contact with this person. Temperance, very interesting. It's all about balance. That's too many. Pile number 4, asking Spirit, how is this person feeling that my 4 is in no contact with? Okay, you guys are the second pile to get shuffled onto the floor today. We have the High Priestess. So balance, intuition. Just a couple more, please, Spirit, to clarify, how is this person feeling? How is this person that's in no contact with my pile number 4 feeling right now? Death. I'm not reading reversals from this deck. Don't even know which way is upright on this deck. Yep, just checking to make sure where I'm at. And I'm going to be reading reversals from the other 2. If you were in the intro long enough, I would have spoken about it. But I have shuffled those so that there are uprights and reversals. Beautiful, the Lovers. Okay, I'm getting very, very good vibes from this pile. Gorgeous pile number 4. Pile 1 or 2 could potentially resonate with you as well. So if either one called to you, feel free to go back and check them out after this one. But this person does want to be with you. Pile number 4. They are spending their time trying to balance themselves out, trying to reach into their intuition and hear how they really feel about you. Something has happened that they just want to be the end of it. I feel that this is the relationship, in as much as however it was before, whatever has created this situation of you guys not being in contact or being in very low contact, they want to be finished with it. They want it to be over. They want to move on, and they want to have a fresh start with you here, with the Lovers. They would like for you guys to be able to begin again and see what could happen in a more balanced environment. So much like pile number 1, there might have been power struggles between you in the relationship, and that's something that they want to finish up with. They don't want that anymore. They just want to focus on balance and harmony between you, and they really want an equal and loving relationship. And now we'll get some information on this first card that you chose your pile on, the Guest of Honor. Have you ever felt like you were on the outside looking in, maybe like everyone else has found their place, really belonging to someone or something, having set themselves up for life, with you still working out how to just get past the security guards at the front gate? It's time for your outsider status to change. You are invited into the inner circle. Yeah, so pile number 4, I feel that this person is waiting for you to give them a sign. I feel that you guys are out of contact, and they are hoping that you guys can get back into contact, and maybe you have not reached out to them. Maybe you have just thought, nope, screw it. They walked out, they left, or I'm done, and you walked out and you left. But either way, you have not been chasing this person around. You've not been chasing them up. You have not been trying to get in touch. And I feel that this person really would absolutely love for you to. And in the time that you have left them to their own devices, they have felt very left out in the cold. They have felt as though they are not connected to you. They are not connected to what they have built with you. All of that has come to an end now. There has been a death of this situation, and they want to move on from that. They really want to find something better with you, but they are waiting for you to reach out and give them some sort of message to let them know that you're still interested. So I'm assuming you are pile number 4. It would be very odd of you to be in a reading asking about how someone is feeling if you no longer care about them and you have moved on. So I can only assume that you haven't. and they are waiting for you to reach out. They want this to be balanced. They want to feel like they are part of things. They want to feel like this is a relationship again, and they want to allow whatever has gone before to just be finished with, to just have a death of the situation that has created where you're at now, where you're not talking, you're not in connection. They want to be back in connection with you, pile number 4. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. She is upright. Yeah, I think they want to be able to nurture you. They want to be able to show you love, and they want for you to do the same thing for them. Beautiful, the Four of Pentacles. I think they're holding on to their heart very closely at this point in time. So I really don't think that this person has reached out. Pile number 4. I really, really feel that this pile is waiting for you. Sorry, this person is waiting for you to reach out. Ace of Swords, interesting. And the last pile, everything came up reversed in this deck, but in this reading, everything is coming up upright. So I feel like this person is very open to communication from you. They are hoping for it. I feel that they have spent some time thinking about new ways of doing things and looking at things, and they are ready for a new beginning with you. The Hanged Man, very interesting because that's come out upright as well. And I just want one more, please, Spirit, from this deck, asking how is pile number 4's person feeling? 7 of Cups. Okay, so there's many, many options, and they are struggling to choose one. So it could even be that this person does have other options outside of your relationship. Pile number 4. Sorry if I am the bearer of bad news, if that's not what you were expecting to hear. It does feel like they could be, and it may not even just be options for other relationships, but it could very much be that. It could also be that they have other options for like other jobs, other places they could be living. They're in a position that they could move away, do something different, but they are choosing not to because they are waiting for you. Pile number 4. I feel like this person has been doing a lot of learning and self-reflecting and a lot of growing while you have been apart, and they are coming into a new sense of self, but they are waiting for you to reach out for them. And maybe that's because they hurt you and they don't want to hurt you further, so they're waiting for you to make the first move. It could be that they are fearful of getting hurt again, so they are keeping themselves to themselves, but very much I feel that they are hoping that you will be able to come through, that they will be able to make their decision. They will no longer be stuck trying to decide what option, because you will let them know that you are an option, and then that is the one that they will choose. So the Queen of Pentacles, a healer, a working parent, a self-made person, material wealth and abundance, strength in family and community, a kind and nurturing heart, groundedness, being down to earth, and generosity. Yeah, I feel that they really want to share their life with you, pile number 4, but they are also respectful and nurturing, and they're keeping their distance because they don't want to hurt you any further than what you may have already been hurt in this relationship already. They are a caring person, they are kind, and they are thinking of your best interests. So if it feels like they have ghosted you, I feel that they are just trying very hard to give you your space so that you can be the one to make the decision to move forward. The Four of Pentacles, stability, saving, success, generosity, accepting your worth, being in flow with the universe, feelings of gratitude, and helping others in times of need. Yeah, again, I really feel that they're doing the best thing that they can by you, by holding back and not coming forth, not rushing in with any communication, just allowing for the death of whatever has gone before and listening to their intuition and telling themselves that if they focus on themselves, they reflect, they grow, they learn from the lessons that were a part of this relationship, that they will move into a better place with or without you, but they are very much hoping that it will be with you. I feel that this person hasn't let you go yet. You are still very much on their mind, and they are still hoping that this will work out, but they are wanting for you to make the first move and for you to make the decision so they know that it is what you want. I feel like this person really, really cares about you deeply, and they don't want to hurt you in any way, and so they are holding off to let you make the decisions. The Ace of Swords, new ideas, clarity, an aha moment, truth revealed, awareness, the heightened states of consciousness, Memory or thought, communication, victory, success, and triumph, a stroke of genius. So yeah, I feel that they feel like if you were to get in touch with them, this relationship could work. I feel like they have done a lot of growing and they are looking at the way that they have been doing things very differently. Maybe they've been able to see the error of their ways. This could be similar to pile number 1, I think it was, where maybe this person was a bit of a workaholic and had been working and trying to provide security, but had been taking you for granted in the meantime and was not providing emotional and mental security. They were only providing physical security. The Hanged Man upright, surrendering to the will of the cosmos. Again, I feel that they have let this lie in your hands. I feel that they think that if this is meant to happen, it will happen. And if you guys are meant to be, there will be a message or some sort of sign or something that will let them know that you do still want to be with them, and then you guys can actually move forward. An intentional pause. Again, I feel they are taking a break from you in the situation to allow you to decide what it is that you want for you. Letting go, embracing the new, realigning your heart and purpose, new wisdom found, spiritual teachings, sacrifice, and enlightenment. And I feel like they're willing to sacrifice this relationship if that's what's in your best interest and that's what you decide on pile number 4. I feel like they're willing to take this step back and allow for you to make the decision, so they don't feel that they have forced you into a corner or they have influenced you in any way. I think they have been doing a lot of growing and a lot of healing, and there is a huge amount of insight and self-reflection here, and this person is very, very keen to be able to rekindle things, but they are going to let that be your decision and they will move forward at the pace that you think is best. And the 7 of Cups, fantasies, choices, wishful thinking, the allure of temptation on the path, needing to move forward without knowing the full picture, and options. Yeah, see, and I feel that they are waiting for you to give them the full picture. I feel that they do need to move forward at some point, because if you continue to decide that you don't want to have any contact with them and you are waiting on them to contact you, I do think that they are going to move forward in a different direction. I think that what they need is for you to reach out to them to let them know that actually you do want them in your life and that you care about them. And that is when you will see this whole new side of them that has grown in the time that you have been apart. But if you don't come forward and you don't make that decision, I think that they realize that you are better off without them and that it's best for them to move in a different direction towards a different path and just allow you to be able to do what's best for you and focus on your life and your path. But I think they've had a whole heap of new ways of looking at things, a lot of new perspective, a lot of personal insight, and it has also created a death of who they used to be. So whatever wasn't working in the past, they have been able to become aware of this, and they are trying to let those personality traits go, those bad habits, those negative ways of thinking. So now we'll go with the Tattoo Tarot to ask Spirit for some more information for my pile number 4. How is this person feeling? Okay, very interesting. So the Hierophant reversed and Judgment upright. And as I've said in the other readings, I was reading these with reversals because they have positive and negative attributes, but they don't say which is the reverse and which is the upright. So we'll see how we're going to read these ones as we do it. 10 of Wands in reverse. And I just want one more, please, Spirit, to ask for my pile number 4. How is this person feeling? And maybe if you're in low contact with them, it's you that's making the contact and reaching out, and they're not giving you a lot, and so it doesn't feel like they care, when in actual fact they're just waiting for a very solid sign from you to let them know that you do want to rekindle this, you do want things to go back to the way that they were. You were reversed, weren't you? Yes. And the King of Cups upright. Beautiful. Someone who has a lot of balance over their emotions, is able to keep their emotions in check, be quite sensible when it comes to emotions, but also be very emotional. So I do feel that this person, if they weren't vulnerable before, they are learning how to be vulnerable now, but possibly they're still a little bit too frightened to come out and show that side of themselves without knowing first that that is actually what you want from them. So the Hierophant, the Pope, tradition, convention, ritual, symbolism, ceremony, religion, religious practices, morality, social approval, instruction, and I feel instruction is very key here. I think they are waiting on your instruction. They are waiting for your go-ahead. Philosophy, universal law, mercy, goodness, forgiveness, humility, vulnerability, and then the negative keyword, so potentially when it's reversed, impotence and religious tyranny. So I just very much think that this person is feeling a bit impotent in this situation. They're feeling like it's not up to them to move it forward, it's up to you, and they're not entirely sure what to do about the situation in the meantime, so they are doing nothing with it instead and just waiting. But I do believe that while they're waiting, they are doing their absolute best to try to improve themselves, become a better person, be the person that you wanted them to be when you were together, or that they wanted to be for you while you guys were together, and maybe it didn't work out that way. And then judgment is rebirth, renewal, and we've got that rebirth mirrored here with the death card, which also talks about rebirth. Awakening of the dead, rejuvenation, result, judgment, sentence, resurrection, call to new life, often from the ashes of the old, rehabilitation, creation, and promotion. Yeah, I feel that this person feels that if you guys were to come back together, the relationship definitely has the potential to be so much better than what it was before. But again, I can't say it enough. They're waiting for you to show them the way. They're waiting for you to make the first, maybe not show them the way, but open the door to allow them to come through. And then the 10 of Wands, when this is in reverse, climbing a precarious ladder and needing to reduce pressure. So yeah, I feel like there is a lot of pressure that this person is feeling, and that's potentially why they're waiting on you to make the first move, why they're waiting for you to make the call, because they're feeling pressured to not want to push you in a direction that you don't want to be in. I definitely think that this person really cares about you. Pile number 4, I feel that they have a lot of genuine love for you, and they are really hoping that things are going to go back to not so much where they were at, but that you guys are going to get back together so that you can start creating something new. And the King of Cups, fair or blonde, older male, that could represent the person that you're asking about, but also could just mean nothing. Responsible, honest, kind man, creative, educated or professional, liberal, poetic, artistic, religious, legal beagle or businessman, and in reverse or in the negative, it can mean fluctuating, unreliable, or lacking persistence. But this is not reverse, it is upright. So I do feel like this is a very honest, very kind-hearted person, someone who really does genuinely care about you a lot. And for whatever reason, this hasn't actually worked out. Maybe this wasn't even a relationship in the sense that you guys had spent that much time together. Maybe you only just started out with one another, and then your lives pulled you in different directions, and you haven't spoken since, but you're wondering if this person actually did have any feelings for you, and if so, whether it's worth you actually reaching out. And if that's the case, this is a definite yes. This person would love to hear from you, and they would love something more serious with you than what you guys previously had. But if you have already been in a relationship and things went pear-shaped, this person wants to turn it around. They've got new ideas, new ways of thinking. They're very kind. They're very caring. They don't want to hurt you at all in the process of sorting this out. So they're waiting on you to make the first move, but they definitely want there to be something new between you guys. So now I'm just going to close you out with the Divine Circus, one card to get a final message on this person that my pile number 4 is in no contact with. How are they feeling? Very interesting. This was from pile number 3, the Red Countess. In saying that, this pile is completely different from pile number 3, so definitely don't know that that pile would resonate with you, but who am I to say? So, number 21, Red Countess. Deep within, you know what is true and what to do or not do. Yet there is so much noise and distraction in the world, and even at times in our own minds, that listening for our inner wisdom can seem like trying to hear gentle birdsong in the midst of a rock concert. Even so, you are hearing an inner truth, and deep down you know it. Can you trust that it is safe to not only hear your inner voice, but to act on it too? So yeah, I do. I feel like this person, their inner voice is saying that they want to be with you. They really want to have a relationship with you. They want to be back in touch. but they don't trust themselves to act on it. They don't want to do anything that's going to hurt you or bring any negative into your life, so they're holding back so that you can be the one to reach out, so that they know that it's your decision, that whatever hurts they may have caused, you have healed from them, or whatever obstacle got in the way, that you have found a way to overcome it. But they are not doing this because they are trying to hold on to the power. They are not doing this because they don't want to have anything to do with you. They are holding back because they don't want you to get hurt in any sort of way. This person cares about you to the point that it's that sort of relationship that really is ideal, where the person loves you so much that they want you to be happy. That's the key thing for them. They want you to be happy. So if that's with someone else, it would hurt them, but they're willing to resign themselves to that and just walk away, pick up another option, move to a different situation. But what they are hoping for is another chance with you, to be partners, to be balanced, to have a very loving, wonderful, nurturing, comforting relationship. And especially here with the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups, I love that so much. I feel like this is what they want for you. This is what they're envisioning. This is what they can imagine in their mind, but they're leaving it up to you. But don't leave it too long, pile number 4, because if you do, they may just choose another option and go off in a completely different direction, and that will close the door on this. So pile number 4, if that resonated, please hit the like button. Leave me a comment if you want to let me know how it did resonate. Subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much if you have. I so appreciate you, and also the people that are commenting if you happen to be watching this. And I will see you in another pile, or I will see you in another reading.